Tommy gun ready to fire. Is he going to get a ball? He's not going to get a ball. So Eddie Barker, crucially, is going to play his first shots of the night, which is good news for Batman fans, less good news for Tom Jones aficionados. Pretty good break that from Tom as well. A little unlucky.
It won't be lost on Eddie. The match he's just seen, this is trickier than any finish that was left after the break in that whole match. This is far from a good chance.
I think you've just heard him describe that in a number of words there.
Yeah.
Is there a case for playing a loss of turn, flicking off the yellow and the red and just sort of tying up a little bit?
If you do that, then yellow's definitely become the favoured ball set, so be careful. No, he's just going to play it clean. Just the belief in these guys have to clear up from anywhere, so they're trying to come back to leave the perfect angle to play the breakout on the next ball, which he may have done here. It may be perfect. It depends on the contact and how wide he throws, the pace he plays this at, and everything else.
Well, you just heard from Eddie there. You've got a good angle for it. Watch the cue ball.
Yeah, it was a lovely angle.
Lovely.
It's actually not finished great, though.
Yeah, it could have been a lot nicer, this. It could have been a lot nicer.
I'd make the case, I think, is the loss of turn shot the better one at the start there to play that? If you're not leaving anything on the yellows, but then you are going into a tactical exchange, you just never want to let your opponents at the table. Do you make that decision? Oh, it's a great recovery from Eddie. I was about to say, oh, it's worked out beautifully. I was about to say, do they make a different decision if they'd won the first match? You know, does that change how you feel about it? But
that was a fabulous pot from Eddie Barker, and deserved his run with the cue ball as well.
It might need another good one here from Dylan. Let's see how. No, it is going to be another good one here from Dylan. It's not perfect yet. Oh, it's been unlucky again, I think. It just won't come nicely for them. Unless they can pot the one nearest the top left pocket, which from our angles doesn't look available. This is tough. Might be able to play the lower one to force into the one nearest the pocket to make it. But that doesn't leave them potentially on the next ball. The 8 ball might be in the way, and you might be sending the other red into a poor place. Could just play the snooker, but it's against the kind of way you think.
Lots of left-hand side being played there. They are going to force it, and that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. That's the first time they're actually in good shape here. Wasn't sure that shot was on, the way they were kind of analysing it there. The fact he could pot that was huge.
Had to get the cue ball out, and also probably had to get the red quite far down the table there towards that left centre pocket. Oh, Dylan, what have you done?
I said it was the first time they'd finished in perfect position, and I thought that because I thought they could just float that down and be fine, but he just was a little bit tentative on the shot. May have even had a poor contact as well. Cue ball just seemed to die the minute it hit the red.
Got a cocked at here. 3 cushions.
This is a tight line he's trying to find here.
It just widened on the last, off the last rail, and you've got to say that's a massive moment potentially in the night for Eddie and Dylan. We've spoken just a moment ago about how mistakes are being so harshly punished tonight, and for all the good work that they did in that frame, and they did so much good work, it was all undone with a really uncharacteristically poor shot from Dylan Leary.
Yeah, completely agree. Got themselves into great position, and it looks like they're going to get punished for it.
I mean, this is manna from heaven for the Joneses. They just have to do this all night. They will take it and run.
I thought they'd actually, with ball in hand, I thought they'd play the one they played to get on the one they've left nearest the left-hand side, and that might have made it easier. They wouldn't have necessarily had to play the plant. They could have played ball off ball, maybe had more control, but it's just seeing the game a different way round. They're still in an absolutely beautiful position here. Say they're in beautiful position. Tommy would love to have been a little bit better on one into right centre, not playing this one. This is still fine.
Just playing a little fast and loose for the cue ball here.
Yeah, they've never got into perfect position all the way through this whole visit. If they've got a turn of angle here, they are in perfect position. Yeah, half a turn more. They'd love to have just gone a little bit further to the left-hand side. I mean, closer to this one on the left.
Well, he didn't see it coming. Tom Jones is livid.
It's really strange. It's such a bizarre miss for Tom. He's such a good player. You could tell if he was playing a singles frame, he might have actually gone the other way around. He was almost a little bit of negativity in his mind. Take the one to right centre, then play that one. But I think he almost sensed that he knew he was the one that should be playing that shot. But so often we talk about the puzzle and the patterns and everything else. And this is why, for me, the first shot they got wrong. And look, he should never miss this shot. And he you know, watching it again, I mean, it's just no way. He was slightly worried about overdoing the cue ball maybe that took his mind off the shot, which is why he might have gone right centre and then played that one across the diagonal of the table because he had all the room for the 8 ball. But if they play on that ball off ball in hand, they don't have that issue, and they still should have finished it. I guess that's your point right from the start of the show, isn't it? Is when you play to such a level that your B, C and D game, if you're not on it, but you're not having to play shots like that because you're only ever giving yourself simple routine pots to make, you know, your floor in this sport will be incredibly high. Yeah, that's it, isn't it? They still should have made the finish whichever way around. You know, they maybe would sit here and say why they did it that way around rather than the way I'm suggesting. I'm not saying I was right by any stretch, but you know, they left a ball that could become awkward, and it obviously you never expect Tommy to miss it. You really don't. But you know, it has been their downfall there. That first shot didn't really go to plan for Tom either, so he's going to have to play a good double here and flick the red into play again. Don't want the red going and tying up with more yellows. Got to play this at a nice pace. Which he has, but he's not landed on it, so it's a couple more good shots to get out here. Or has he? Well, he's on the one top left. Or do you think he's on the gap through? He might have the gap here. I think his issue is maybe getting out with that yellow. He's just spotted it. I think he has just spotted it as he walked around the table, yeah. But he's not going to play it though, because he would be going into the yellow. If he wasn't hampered queuing, he might have been tempted. So he'll leave that for last. It's not the greatest. Or is he going to take it now? He's just sort of trying to work it out. If he's holding on the yellow, there's an argument to take it now, because it leaves him fine on the one he's on now, but from all the way down the table. Because the 8 ball's so guarded, I do think there's a case for doing that. Because it looks like he's going to be at best straight, more likely off angle the wrong way. Therefore the yellow below the 8 ball, it's playing absolutely huge. Yeah, it's playing like a beach ball. Yeah. Yeah, that yellow 9 ball is playing so big here. And Tom Jones reckons if he kills this in and plays the cue ball from pretty much where the red is, he thinks he's fine. So that's the goal. I think it has to turn, like just a half turn towards the left-hand side. So he's got to use the yellow. Is that enough? Oh, it's tight. He looks happy enough. I think it probably helps the cue ball is still slightly smaller than the object balls. Yeah, that did not miss that yellow by much. Not that you'd know, because he's rifled it in. All worked in the end. That was good from from Tom Jones. Needed that after the mistake in the previous frame.
Oh, big time. Yeah, big time. And it felt like he's sort of paid that one back. Tom Jones Sr. for the next singles frame up against Eddie Barker.
That was such a beautiful contact and strike and control up the table. Look at that, right up the middle of the table. But this is, you know, if you watched us from the start, you may well have heard Gareth Potts talking about this a lot, that, you know, that sort of break works well, but you don't get the road ball. So if you don't get the ball going in initially, if you do, you end up with a lovely even split across the table. If you don't get that road ball that flies around the table and flies in, which is why he ends up, you know, back when he was playing English ball, was hitting it so hard that he always gave himself that opportunity.
Eddie Barker with his very first singles frame of the night where he's getting a shot.
One off with yellow.
He looked sharp in the doubles frame that he just played at the start of this match as well. Looks like Eddie's on pretty good form here.
Now, needs to leave a good angle here. Might be a touch straight. Does he have enough? In an ideal world, he wants the angle here so he can deal with the one on the left-hand side, because you have a choice of 3 balls to be on. All 3 in the middle of the table go to the right-hand side. So can you get across and open up the other one? He's overdone it. Does it go? Does it go to the bottom left, past the red? The fact that he was just a touch straight on that, there's Batman. the fact that he was a touch straight meant he had to really force that, which takes away a little bit of control. If he had a little bit more angle, he would have been able to play that with a touch more control. But he's playing on this ball at the bottom, so it still goes.
Flew in. So ultimately it all worked out for the Batman. It was a good shot that opened up that yellow on the left side rail. It looks like he'll accept distance for the 8 ball.
Yeah, that was a touch short. He'd love to have gone past the straight, and then you're just sort of controlling into the middle of the table.
Oh, he cued that lovely. Not accepting distance. And a very tidy out from Eddie the Batman Barker. And the Old Boys Club lead again. They restore their advantage 2-1. Scotch frame coming up. I wonder if Tom Jones is still thinking about his error from frame 1.
Yeah, and he'll probably be annoyed for the reason for his error. I think he took on that shot because he didn't want to leave his dad that ball that he missed, when in reality it was trying to play on, trying to hold on that one to right centre that cost him. And if he had left himself, if he had played the right centre like he would have done in an individual frame, I'm sure his dad would have made it, because he would have been able to just cue through the ball, and the natural sort of stun line was perfect for him. So those sort of things play in your mind a little bit.
Seen a couple of lovely front ball breaks tonight. We might not see a better cut break than that, and I include Phil Parkin's golden one. And that is a beauty from Dylan Leary.
It really is. But as always, it feels like there's the tiniest bit of work. It's all about the bottom end of the table. Can go either set here. It's all about how you want to deal with the 2 yellows or the 1 red at the bottom of the table. That should kind of make your mind up on which way round to go. Looks like he wants yellows. They're having a look to see if they can leave themselves the potting angle thin on the one nearest the bottom left corner pocket. Because if they can, then that opens up the other one. I was wondering whether the bottom one actually went itself past the other one, and therefore you can play on it.
It looks like they're playing into it.
That's beautiful. That really is beautiful. As long as Eddie can pot this and fall and not go too far. If he's going too far up the table, you are leaving that yellow alone at the bottom. Whereas if he could pot this thick and hold, then he might want to get rid of them both. But he couldn't. I think he should come down for the one at the bottom here. I don't see the point of messing around. Get rid of this one at the bottom. You'll give yourself a shot going this way. You might not get great on the last yellow, but you'll give yourself a shot, and the 8 ball goes down the table. As it happens, Dylan's actually paced that beautifully to allow Eddie to get as close as he possibly can here.
Well, that is played perfectly. So well judged that from Eddie Barker. Less than 3.5 to play. Oh, what a good visit to the table this has been from Team Lethal Batman. 3-1 the leads, and the Joneses are staring down the barrel here.
That was very good. That really was. That wasn't easy to work out, you know, under a short shot clock, work out how to go about that little conundrum at the bottom. No shot clock at all. I expect, you know, professional players to work that out. Just needed a bit of thought. They dealt with it on the fly. Very, very good.
Right up against it now. Tommy Gunn almost needs a golden break here. He isn't going to get one. He's almost going to get as good as.
Well, the 2 reds and the yellow on the left-hand side stop this from being...
Yeah, everything apart from that, I was just thinking, yeah.
I'm really surprised he's gone yellows. Really, really surprised. I thought the reds were far easier because I'm assuming that the right-hand one of those 2 together passes the other one to the corner, and therefore that connects the 2 together. The yellow is dead there. He's got to move it. He did have an option on reds to the right centre at least. He's opened it up. Can he get to it? Possibly not.
It's a shake, rattle and roll sort of finish this from Tom Jones.
He's got so much angle that it's very difficult to get to the left-hand side of the table.
He's not going to have a shot, is he? Or is he? No.
He might be hitting this one very hard and hoping here. I don't see anything else.
Not to be, and that will almost certainly eliminate Tom Jones Jr. and Tommy Jones Sr. It's a must-win game for both partnerships. And Eddie Barker and Dylan Leary are winning, and almost certainly will win. 90 seconds left, 3-1 in front, at the table with all the control in the world. This one is as good as over. Batman even calls his bat stanchion.
I'm trying my best not to react to that comment.
Eddie just making sure and really ultimately torturing the Joneses here. Yeah, that look from Senior sort of says it all, really. The gig is up.
They've been good though, haven't they, Dylan and Batman? They've really worked well out there.
Particular Eddie.
Yeah.
Considering he didn't really play a shot in the first match, he's been brilliant in this one. Job done for Eddie Barker, who shakes the hands of his beaten opponents. Dylan Leary and Eddie Barker are still alive here in the Pairs Cup, with their hopes of finals night still very much kicking. As for Tom Jones Jr. and Senior, their hopes of qualification come to an end. They'll still have a match to play and a say in the final round of fixtures, mind. Dylan Leary and Eddie Barker stay alive in the Pairs Cup.